Good day and welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurship and the Nigerian Youth, a series running on your favorite online radio, Amogate Radio Communications. I am your host and friend, Adiola Gbadebo. This is the fifth episode. Previous episodes we have been speaking on starting a business in Nigeria, and at the last episode we spoke about business planning and strategy for the Nigerian youth, and specifically focused on creating a winning business plan, where I shared with you a sample, or do I say a fictional business pitch, since the business pitch does not truly exist. Today we will be discussing how you can include innovation and creativity in running that business, the need to actually include innovation and creativity in that business. And we'll be asking ourselves, we'll be treating some questions and trying to answer them. One, how do you foster innovation in your business? How does leveraging technology enhance your business? How can you leverage on that technology to enhance that business? And then we'll be discussing about some creative marketing strategies for Nigerian startups. Let me lay a background for this discourse. Now, we're all aware that the entrepreneurial space in Nigeria is a very tough one. With little or no support from the government, the entrepreneur is faced with a lot of infrastructural deficits, and you as the entrepreneur may have to make provisions for that in addition to running that business. What this does is that it already takes the cost of doing business high. Now, in order to navigate this challenging entrepreneurial landscape in Nigeria, the entrepreneur needs to be innovative and creative in order not to only break even, but to be able to run a profitable and sustainable business. Thus, you need a proactive approach to innovation, technology, and marketing. Today, we want to take a look at how the entrepreneur can foster innovation, leverage technology, and implement some creative marketing strategies to ensure that their businesses thrive. And you would agree with me that even without this infrastructural deficit, you are not only competing on the global stage, on the local stage, you are actually competing on the global stage. Therefore, people are already doing, most likely people are there who are already doing what you want to do. Or what niche are you going to carve for yourself in that market, and how are you going to innovate around that niche? What technology are you going to leverage on in order to be able to survive in this very tough terrain? Now, so how to foster innovation in business? One, you need to create a culture of innovation. How do you create a culture of innovation? One, you need to encourage idea sharing. So you have to establish an open environment where your employees, people who work for you, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20, 50 people, no matter the number, where they are encouraged to share ideas without the fear of criticism. In teams, you need to ensure that as a team, as your small organization or micro organization, as you are starting out, you want to ensure that team is a safe space for everyone, every employee, to be able to share their ideas, no matter how stupid it may feel or sound, without any fear of criticism. You should ensure that there are regular brainstorming sessions that can help spark new concepts. Don't think that they have no idea about the business. If you have employed them and they're already working on that business with you, and they definitely have one or two things that they can contribute. Now, you also want to ensure that you reward that creativity. So you need to implement a reward system for innovative ideas that lead to business improvements. So create some special bonuses for that eureka moments where people come up with very bright ideas, innovative ideas, And then you need to give them recognition and the incentives that can motivate your team to think outside the box. These days we even say to think without a box. Under creating a culture of innovation, you also need to empower employees. Give your team the autonomy to experiment and take calculated risks. Allow them. It may sound maybe expensive, but when people know that they can get sacked or get a huge sanction because they made use of their initiative or gumption, like my mother says, once they do that and you almost crucify them, what you are doing is that you are going to be stifling innovation. People will not bring any creative thing out of themselves anymore. So you have to ensure that they can experiment and take calculated risk. Allow them to own projects and develop their solutions. So when somebody brings up an idea, and I'm like, okay, so can you expatiate more on that idea? What resources do you need? What do we need to do to help you build more on that idea? So by doing that, you'll be fostering a sense of ownership and creativity in them. You also need to ensure that you create a culture of continuous learning. Invest in training and development to keep your team updated with the latest industry trends. I also play in the educational sector, and most times I laugh when most school owners and proprietors talk about training. When we ask them to train their team, train your teachers, and all that, they know when we train them, they will leave with the team. So they decided they will rather not train them so that they can retain them. But we tell them that you are retaining redundant employees, people who cannot innovate, who cannot think outside the box, because you have not even exposed them to trainings that can build their capacity. You need people who have capacity and all that. So in your organization, in your business, ensure that you send your employees for training or bring in people who can train them from time to time. Let it be on a timetable, so that they can understand the latest industry trends, new technologies, emerging technologies, and they can also understand best practices. Because this knowledge that you are going to, at the time they are doing these trainings and you are building the capacity, that in itself can fuel innovation. Now, so another way to foster innovation in your business is to stay close to your customers. You need to stay close to your customers. Stop seeing customers as people who are always complaining. I was speaking to a business owner a few days ago, and as we were sharing, and I asked him a question: how do you see your customers? He said, the customers are difficult, customers are always complaining, customers are always this, because they think the customer is always right, they want you to give everything to them, they want you. And I told him and said, until everything that you have complained about, until you turn it to feedback, until you see it from the angle of feedback, you will not be able to take advantage of the bright moments in those complaints. So regularly you need to seek and analyze customer feedback to understand their pain points. You need to understand their pain points. Why are they complaining? And their preferences. So you need to use that information to drive product or service innovation. So because in trying to solve their problem, you understood their pain, but this is what they are complaining about. Now, in trying to correct those things that they are complaining about, in trying to satisfy that customer, you would actually have been improving on your service or on your product. So another thing is co-creation, still under staying close to your customers. Now, you need to involve customers in the product development process. For example, testing new products. Select a group of customers and you can provide them with valuable insights. Those customers can always give you valuable insights and build loyalty before you launch out your product. Before you launch it out, test with a few customers who can give you feedback. They are the ones that are going to use it. The truth is that every product developer, everyone who comes up with a product or offers a service, they always owe it there to their heart. By the time the product comes out, they think it's the best, but that product is not for you. You're not the one who is going to use the product. People who will use that product, test those products on them. Let them give you feedback so you can improve on that before you launch out. It can save you a lot of money. So let them look like they are part of the creators of that product. That's one of the things that customers can do for you. Now, number 3, in other innovations. So you need to monitor trends and competitors. You must know what your competitors are doing. You have to do what we call trend analysis. Keep an eye on industry trends, both locally and globally, to spot opportunities for innovation. Attend industry conferences. That's where you get the news. That's where you understand what is going on. And sometimes that's what gives you comfort to know that you're not the only person going through those difficulties. Other people share their experiences also. Now, so you need to follow relevant publications. You subscribe to publications that give information about your industry. Some of those publications can give you some expert insight, and going through them can give you a bright moment where you will be able to talk about, to create something new. Now, so you also need a competitor analysis. You need to analyze your competitors to identify the gaps in their offerings. What are they offering? What are the gaps there? What is it that they are not doing well? If you are able to spot what they are doing, what they are not doing well, and you can improve on that, you can do that well, then you'll be able to satisfy more customers in the pool. So you have to, because innovation often involves improving on existing ideas rather than creating something entirely new. So sometimes an innovation is not about something entirely new. It's about tweaking something that's already in existence. Another way you can create, you can foster innovation in your business is to collaborate with external partners. So listen to this. There's nothing wrong with partnerships. Focus on your area of strength, and if there are other things that can help you in it, where you can outsource that, you can partner with another organization whose strength is in that. We see that in a lot of big companies. They do a lot of collaborations. Sometimes, I can actually tell you that most of the screens for the iPhone is made by Samsung. So iPhone now focuses on its operating software. That their OS is what they now focus on it and subscribe that. So it's a partnership. So you can collaborate with other businesses. You can, if you have a product that needs, some research, maybe it has to do with, there are research institutes, there are universities and institutions that you can help to access new ideas, who can also be working on new technologies or developing an entirely new market. So partnerships can lead to innovative solutions that may not be achievable alone. So sometimes when you are discussing with a partner and you are discussing with someone, that discussion can generate new ideas, unlike when you're thinking alone. So you can collaborate. So now the second thing we want to do is to see how leveraging technology can enhance your business. How can you leverage technology to enhance your business? One, you need to digitize your operations. I have a friend who talks about automation. He says automation is everything. So automate repetitive tasks. Any task that is repetitive and is barely the same thing, you can automate. Invoicing, inventory management, customer service. You can use chatbots to manage customer service, but when they now need to ask for some specific things and all that, why don't you just, then you can, they can have numbers or WhatsApp numbers to now chat with real people, or an email where they can now send, or a phone call, a phone number that they can call, where real people can explain further. Cloud computing. Utilize cloud-based solutions such as things that store data, that manage projects, that collaborate with your team remotely. Use team tools, innovative team tools that can help you manage your team wherever they are. So you need to do a lot of that. Invest in customer relationship management. Your job is whatever service or product that you are offering, you want to push it out to customers to accept them. These are the people who own that business. They are the ones who can help you grow that business or manage that business. So you need to invest in the customer relationship management software. Take advantage of e-commerce. That's the second step now. You need to take advantage of e-commerce. I don't know what business one can be doing now. If you are doing anything now, whether you're running school, you are selling potatoes, you are selling chips, you are selling computers, you're selling phones, you're selling phone accessories, you braid your hair, you have a salon, you have a spa, you have named that business. If you do not have an online presence, you're winking in the dark. You are the only one who knows what you're doing. Nobody else knows. So you have to develop a strong online presence through a well-designed. So you need to have a website. You have active social media channels. One of the things we need to understand about running a business is that you need to have what we call a business model. I will discuss the idea of the business model in follow-up episodes. To have a business model. In that business model, you will talk about your communication channels, your distribution channels. You will be talking about them. They are part and parcel of the model that you are using. We'll talk about your unique selling proposition, what makes you stand out in the market, something that is, and then you will be talking about your competitive edge, your competitive advantage, something that is not off the shelf, something that is something that is off the shelf that people cannot just go and purchase in the market, something that is unique about you, that gives you an advantage over the others. But like I'm saying, you cannot ignore being online. You cannot ignore being online. Take advantage of e-commerce. Put a payment pathway, a payment gateway on your website. It doesn't have to be high. It doesn't have to be something really techy, 5-page. You can have just a page website, but that can be well managed and can be very, very effective. There are a lot of payment gateways now are free. The technology people at the back end know the APIs to put together to link you to that payment gateway, and you can decide who pays. The payment gateway will charge a percentage of the fee, maybe 1%, maybe 0.5%. You can even decide. Most times customers don't mind paying. They just want a seamless solution that helps them. Now, so apart from embracing e-commerce, another thing you can do is the use of data. Use data analytics. Google Insights. It's amazing. I was doing something on digital marketing, and I just wanted to ask about my business. So I put the name of the business, and I put something. I wanted some demographics and to create a few things about me, and I was using ChatGPT to help me get some facts out. What came out was shocking to me. It gave me so much analysis and analytics that became so important to me that some of the things that I had been looking for is there online. So use data analytics. This information can help you tailor your offering and marketing strategies to meet customer needs more effectively. I'm telling you, I've used it. It's helped me. It's worked for me. It can work for you. You also need to track performance. You need to have, to track the key performance indicators, your KPIs, such as the sales, customer satisfaction, operational efficiency, using those analytic tools. By the time you do your performance evaluation, you'll be able to see your turnaround time, how long it takes you to respond to a customer's complaint, how long it takes you from what time does it take from the time that a customer, makes an order on your and makes payment or ask for payment or delivery, and the time the good or service actually gets to that customer. Those analytic tools will show you, and they can show you because what the analytics tools will also doing is that it's going to be comparing your turnaround time with standard turnaround times for each of those of the industry. So you would know if you are benchmarking best practices, or you are still on your way, or you are far from being close to it. So some of the things that you need to do. You need to adapt emerging technologies. Use artificial intelligence. It is not the devil. The use of artificial intelligence is not about the Antichrist. That's a joke anyway. But don't be technophobic. There are a lot of people that are afraid of using technology. Use AI. It's been developed and it has a lot of data. What is AI doing? There are a lot of data in the cloud. AI goes there because it's a machine that can quickly pull different things, different data together and analyze it for you within a few seconds and then present it to you in the format that you probably are asking that to do for you. So use AI to personalize customer experiences, predict market trends, and optimize supply chains. For example, an AI-driven chatbots can provide instant customer support, improving service delivery. Because some of those things, the customer can ask some questions and they can actually quickly help them. Now, for some industries that involve a lot of supply chain and needs a lot of transparency, you can explore blockchain technology for that. So for businesses in agriculture, manufacturing, or logistics, Internet of Things devices can provide real-time monitoring and data collection, leading to more informed decision making. So some of these things are things that you need to put down. Internet of Things. Go and research on it and see how you can use it to help to grow your business. So the third thing that we wanted to explore today is creative marketing strategies for Nigerian startups. One, you have to leverage social media. You sometimes cannot predict the algorithms that goes behind when you post a video on X, or you post on Twitter, on Instagram, or you post on Facebook, and suddenly you do not understand your video has gone viral. Your video may have gone viral. So you need to, under the social media, you can do target advertising. There are platforms like Facebook and Instagram and X that can focus in specific group. You can for specific demographics, specific interest, target to specific location. If you are on the mainland in Lagos and you understand that the things that you don't have the current capacity, financial capacity to own a shop on the island or in Lekki or in Victoria Island or in Ikoyi, but you know that's where the customers who will buy your goods, who will patronize you for your services are. You can do target advertising so that only people in that area, which those people that are your real customers, you can do target marketing towards them, that is the only people in that area that can see. And it means that you are already displaying your goods in front of your prospects. That's it. You can do content marketing. There's a video advert that was talking about, I think it was about InDrive, and they were talking about village people. The guy was riding Rolls Royce, and that content, and it's been going viral. Everyone has been making comments about that particular video. They say, wow, this is real creativity in marketing. So you can create a content that resonates with your audience. The content was just around village people. most Nigerians understand when we say village people. So it was just around that, and was quite innovative. Influencer marketing. So there are people who are influencers, who are celebrities and all that. If they have a strong following in your target market, so if they don't even need to hold your product. They just need to be, there's a way you can, tag them in your products, or you can use them to help you grow your following in your product area or your service delivery. Such influencers can help you, make a lot of things. Now, you need to localize marketing efforts. Community engagement. Engage with your local community through, events, sponsorships, and partnerships, because being active in your community can build brand loyalty and trust also. So in the areas where the people must understand that, you must understand that your running a business goes beyond making profit. You need to run a business that people in the environment can trust. You need to run a business that the people in the community can also help you protect that business. Why? Because you have become responsible in that environment. You have engaged them. You've been part of community development, and so within that place, you are building not only the brand but loyalty and trust. Culturally relevant campaigns. Take your marketing messages to reflect local culture, language, and traditions. There are places where some statements may be seen as an insult. If you do not understand and you use such statements to drive your market, you could actually be repelling people, and you will not know, because you are just doing what you know how to do, not knowing that you are actually hurting yourself. In conclusion today, innovation, technology, and creative marketing are essential tools for Nigerian entrepreneurs in order to overcome the unique challenges of doing business in the country. By fostering a culture of innovation, leveraging on technology, and leveraging on technology to streamline your operations, and employing creative marketing strategies, entrepreneurs can, build sustainable, profitable businesses that not only survive but thrive in Nigeria's competitive landscape. We would like to get your feedbacks and questions, so you can send us an email on contact@theamogate.org. contact@theamogate.org. You can also reach out to us on our WhatsApp number +234 810 999 6666. I'll take that again. +234 810 999 6666. If you missed any episode and you want to listen to the previous episodes, you can check our show reel on MixLR-Amogate. MixLR-Amogate. I also invite you to join us on our social media handles. We are on LinkedIn, we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, and all at Amogate. This program is on every Thursday, 5 p.m. West African time and 11 a.m. Eastern time. From me, Adiola, see you next episode. Thank you.